All right, let's get right into it. For so long, all of the talk about AI video has been about one thing: generation. Making the clips, but what happens next? Like, what do you do with them? Well, today we're diving into what might be the very first real answer to that question. It's called LTX Desktop, and it's the first free open-source AI native video editor out there.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's just start with this one big idea. What if your video editor wasn't just this bucket where you drop clips to cut them up? What if, right there on your timeline, your editor could actually create new footage from scratch or completely rethink a shot you already have? That's the big promise here.
And this brings us to a really important idea. What exactly is a native AI video editor? Look, this isn't about some clunky plugin you add to Premiere Pro, right? And it's not about going to a website, making a clip, downloading it, and then importing it. No. We're talking about an editor where AI generation is baked right in. It's part of the DNA of the timeline, a core function, just like your good old razor tool or the color corrector.
So, keeping that idea of a native AI editor in your head, let's get properly introduced to the very first tool that really makes this concept a reality. It's time to meet LTX Desktop.
So, what's the deal with this thing? First off, it's free and open source, which is just huge. It runs completely on your own computer, so it's not a web app. It's powered by the LTX 223 engine, which is pretty solid. And yeah, it's a real-deal nonlinear editor, an NLE with a proper timeline and all the basic tools you'd expect.
And for an open source project, getting it set up is shockingly easy. You just download the installer, run it. Quick tip, if you're on a PC, run it as an administrator to save yourself a headache. And then you wait. It has to download all the AI models, and that's a pretty hefty download. We're talking anywhere from 70 to 150 gigabytes, so yeah, maybe start it before you go to bed. After it's installed, you have this really interesting choice to make right away, and it's all about the text encoder. That's the part that actually understands your prompts. You can go fully local, download a 25 gigabyte model, and run completely offline. Or you can just use the free LTX API, which needs an internet connection but saves you that 25 gigs of hard drive space. Honestly, for most of us, using the API is a no-brainer.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. And it's a big one. It's the hardware you need to actually run this thing.
32 gigabytes. Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. 32 gigs of VRAM, video memory, is what this thing officially says you need to generate video locally. To give you some context, the only consumer GPU that's even supposed to have that much is the RTX 5090, which isn't even out yet. So that sounds like a total showstopper, doesn't it?
Well, hold on. This is where the beauty of open source comes in. That 32 gig gate, the community has already figured it out. Because all the code is available, people have literally just gone in, removed that requirement, and gotten it running on cards with 24 gigs of VRAM. So this problem, it's probably not going to be a problem for long.
All right, so assuming you get past the hardware stuff, what's the payoff? This is where the magic happens. Let's talk about the AI superpowers that make this tool so unbelievably cool.
Okay, just picture this. You've got a clip in your edit, but it's not quite right. Instead of starting over, you just right-click it and hit Regenerate. Boom! It just re-rolls the prompt and gives you a brand new version. And it's non-destructive, so you can easily flip between all your different takes right there in the editor. It's wild.
Here's another one that's a total game changer. You can take any still image, a photo, a drawing, anything, and just drag it onto your timeline. Right-click, and you can generate a video from it. Your editor literally becomes an image-to-video generator on the fly.
And this perfectly shows what we mean by native AI. Let's say you have two clips with a blank space between them. You can just select that empty space, type in a prompt, and hit Fill with Video. The AI will generate a totally new shot that acts as a perfect transition between your first clip and your second. It's incredible.
Okay, now we got to be real here for a second. This is version 1. It's a beta, so you're going to find some quirks. For example, that cool bridge feature, it needs a free Gemini API key to work right now. And the retake feature, the in-painting thing, it's a little buggy inside the main editor. The workaround is to just pop over to the Gen space, which is this dedicated area in the app, to use it. But here's the key takeaway, the big picture. You can use this to do your creative AI stuff, your rough cut, and then just export an XML file to finish up in your favorite pro editor, whether that's Premiere, DaVinci, you name it.
So this chart kind of sums it all up perfectly, right? On one side, you've got these insane, mind-blowing AI native features that you just can't find anywhere else. And on the other side, you've got a perfectly functional, if pretty basic, set of standard editing tools. It's not going to replace DaVinci for your feature film's color grade, but it has everything you need to put a story together. So, if it's not a full-blown professional editor yet, why are we even talking about it? Why is this first version such a massive deal? Well, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here.
The most important thing to get is that LTX Desktop right now is not trying to be a replacement for Premiere Pro or Final Cut. That's not the point. Think of this as a proof of concept. It's creating an entirely new category of software and giving us all a glimpse of what happens when video generation and video editing become the exact same thing. And honestly, its most powerful feature might just be that it's open source. What does that mean? It means anyone can download it and play with it for free. It means if you're a developer and you want a new feature, you can just build it yourself. You could connect it to other AI models or other APIs. The community can move so much faster than a big company's slow, planned-out roadmap.
And what this does is it sets up this fascinating new battlefield, this new creative arena. In one corner, you've got the giants, Adobe, Apple, Blackmagic. We all know them. But in the other corner, you have these new open-source challengers, powered by a global community and developing at lightning speed. It's a whole new ballgame.
And that really leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? As AI gets deeper and deeper into our creative tools, who's going to build the future? Is it going to be the big companies we already know? Or will it be a decentralized, passionate community of builders from all over the world? LTX Desktop is really the first big bet on the community, and I cannot wait to see what they build next.